All right, let's get straight to the point. I'm here today on this beautiful Saturday, September 6th, to issue a serious public service announcement. If you're considering a move, I implore you to cross Waxhaw, North Carolina off your list immediately. This place is simply not for everyone. If you absolutely despise the idea of living in a picturesque small town that looks like it was plucked from a postcard, then Waxhaw is definitely not for you. If the thought of friendly neighbors who actually wave and say hello makes your skin crawl, you should run in the opposite direction. This warning is for those who prefer anonymity, urban grit, and a general sense of detachment from their surroundings. Furthermore, if your ideal Sunday involves navigating relentless traffic and concrete jungles, you will be sorely disappointed here. Waxhaw has this dreadful habit of offering serene landscapes, historic charm, and an overwhelming sense of peace. Imagine being subjected to the iconic overhead bridge in the historic downtown, or the gentle pace of life that encourages you to actually slow down and breathe. For those who thrive on chaos and the constant hum of a sprawling metropolis, the tranquility of this town will feel like a punishment. You've been warned. If a quiet, beautiful setting is your personal kryptonite, stay far, far away from this deceptively pleasant corner of North Carolina. Let's also talk about the community spirit, which is, frankly, out of control. Do you enjoy complaining about a lack of local events or a disconnected populace? Well, you can forget about that here. Waxhaw is plagued by farmers' markets, seasonal festivals, and a bizarrely high level of civic engagement. People here seem to genuinely enjoy each other's company and take pride in their town, which can be incredibly off-putting if you're just trying to mind your own business. Consider this fair notice for all the hermits and curmudgeons out there. Now let's dig into the financials, because this is where the nightmare truly begins. If you're a fan of bargain basement living, prepare for a rude awakening. The cost of living in Waxhaw is a staggering 14% higher than the national average. That's right, you'll be forced to pay a premium for all this niceness. The main culprit? Housing. The median home price hovers around a jaw-dropping $587,000. So if your life's ambition is to live in the cheapest place possible, regardless of the trade-offs in safety or quality, Waxhaw will feel like a personal attack on your financial sensibilities. You're not just buying a house, you're buying into a whole lifestyle of stability and desirable amenities. How dreadful. The expenses don't stop at the mortgage either. Groceries, transportation costs are also slightly elevated, meaning you'll be paying more for your weekly shopping and your commute. Of course, this is balanced by lower than average costs for healthcare and utilities, but who's counting? The real issue is that your hard-earned money goes toward maintaining this high standard of living. Think of it this way. That extra cost contributes to well-maintained public spaces, a secure environment, and access to top-tier facilities. It's a classic case of getting what you pay for, which is just infuriating for anyone who loves to find a good, cheap deal on a place to live, no matter the hidden costs to their peace of mind. You're essentially funding a life with fewer worries. If the cost of living didn't scare you away, let's talk about something truly sinister. The schools. Waxhaw is served by the Union County Public Schools District, which is, regrettably, very highly regarded. If you were hoping to send your children to schools where they could fly under the radar in an environment of academic mediocrity, you are out of luck. This district has a reputation for quality education, which is a major, and I mean major, draw for families. This means your kids will be subjected to high standards, dedicated teachers, and a peer group that is generally focused on achievement. It's a terrible situation for anyone who believes that a challenging and supportive educational environment is overrated. The downside of having great schools is, of course, the popularity that comes with it. Because so many people want to give their children a top-tier education, some of the schools can feel a bit crowded. You see the dilemma? The schools are so good that everyone wants in. Now, let's move on to the ridiculously low crime rate. If you get a thrill from locking your doors 3 times, constantly looking over your shoulder, and teaching your kids about stranger danger with a genuine sense of urgency, Waxhaw will bore you to tears. This town is notoriously safe. It's the kind of place where people go for evening strolls without a care in the world. Here's another major problem with Waxhaw: its infuriatingly convenient location. The town is situated just 20 miles south of Charlotte. This means you are cursed with easy access to a major metropolitan hub. booming job market, cultural attractions, professional sports teams. It's a real headache for anyone who wants a clear separation between their quaint small-town life and big city opportunities. You can't even properly complain about being isolated from civilization because a manageable commute is always lurking, ready to connect you to everything you might need. It's the worst of both worlds, offering tranquility at home and opportunity just a short drive away. If you've made it this far, you must be a glutton for punishment. Let's discuss the community atmosphere, which is so tight-knit it's practically suffocating. Waxhaw suffers from a severe case of friendliness, supporting local businesses, participating in town events, looking out for one another. If you thrive on anonymity and prefer awkward nods, you'll find this exhausting. The local amenities are another significant issue. You'd think a small town would lack conveniences. Not Waxhaw, Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Aldi. The classic, "there's nowhere to shop around here" complaint? Gone. And the events? Oh, the humanity. Waxhaw hosts a calendar full of activities designed to bring people together. Christmas in Waxhaw Parade, Jammin' by the Tracks summer concert. For those who prefer desolate weekends, this relentless schedule is a menace. For instance, you should absolutely steer clear of Millbridge. This master-planned community is a trap of the highest order, offering a stunning community house, resort-style pools, a fitness center, and even its own coffee shop. Another neighborhood to add to your do-not-visit list is Oldenburg, and whatever you do, avoid the allure of the areas around Main Street like Main Street Station. So there you have it. A comprehensive guide to all the reasons Waxhaw, North Carolina is a place to be avoided. Its beautiful scenery, friendly people, great schools, low crime, and convenient access to Charlotte make it a truly terrifying prospect for anyone who enjoys a life of mediocrity and inconvenience. But if, after all these warnings, you find yourself inexplicably drawn to this nightmare of a town, you should probably call Home Inspection Carolina. They can inspect your Waxhaw home.